from Shopify Rebellion. They're all smiles. They could taste this victory. They won the last map in a one-sided affair. We just mentioned it before, 13-5 in their favor, and they want to close it out right now when they actually have a chamber in the hands of Team Liquid.
Yeah, and they've got the composition to be able to really control the pace on the attack side of things. You saw Alexis having that fault line primed, ready to tee up Fluorescent on those deep lines. No satchels on this Raze right now, though, so she's going to have to run in like the rest of them.
Gets stopped right away on first contact. The wall comes up, and you're just cycling what you have. When the wall is going to come down, the molly is going to come up. That's going to slow things down a lot, while Team Liquid are also moving forward to take control down towards middle.
Yeah, and as soon as Shopify get the tell, as soon as they identify what these defenses are, that Viper showing right then gives Shopify the tell, so they turn back. They're just going to buy some time. They need to capitalize off this Cypher being in this position. They want to rendezvous back towards mid.
Fake smokes being thrown, and it never knew Georgina's down at the bottom, but it gets traded instantly by Mel. Also falling back is going to be Daiki, who had the information on that flash. Sarah moving forward within the B site. Snakebite underground, but she doesn't care. The pickup onto Iza. The B site is slowly opened up as a Trailblazer moves forward. But Shopify are finally closing in and are looking for the plant. But Startup trying to cut the rotate out from the market side. Swings out once again, head-to-head against Sarah, and the cage comes up to allow the plant to happen.
Yeah, and that paint shell definitely helps Mel as well. 4 versus 3 for Shopify side, and you can see they're just pivoting. All members grouping back into this main. They want to demand that Team Liquid tap the spike here. They want to use their util.
Util indeed, 2 flashes of Abello from Daiki, paint shells for Bastardo. There's that first flash and the paint shells. Now we're swinging across for TL. Back to a 2v2. But Zero lends that shot and it's up to Noya. The tap on the spike, Noya has to hurry up. It's now a halfway. The 1v1 connects up to the shot, but Bizarro is there. 3 in the round, the defuse, and Team Liquid with the crowd behind them get the pistol.
What a turnaround coming through here for Liquid. Shopify had everything they needed going into that site. Not only did they find the entry, but they were in position to make this post plant a doable thing. But that paint shell coming out as Bastarda makes her way into this B site, I mean, it just made everyone flood and leave their positions. Sarah only going 1 for 1 there. And Noya, she felt like she had to peek there. She had no idea whether they were sticking the spike there or not. Beautiful stuff. That chamber coming out to play here, Vans. 3 kills to start off in the pistol.
And coming out to play with the Vandal. TP in range, the jump spots, the ADS, the first blood onto Fluorescent, and that's a key component. Out for Shopify Rebellion strat, denied once again as Bizarra onto Sarah. Already getting so close to the Tour de Force.
Tour de Force. The snipers, I mean, we kept talking about managing your money on the defenses, but Bizarra doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Noya just gets wiped clean out, and it's just Mel. She's got the spike, but Team Liquid, they're all hunting. At the end of this round, all 5 members just grouped up once again. And that happened because from this start, each player on their positions were just kind of slowly pushing, slowly constricting. And as that info came through, it just riled them up more and more. These shots from Bizarra are clean. That's a confidence booster, and that's what you want on your chamber to start these defenses.
Oh, nice little save there. It was almost a hand to a fist, and got the handshake in the end there from Coach Camino and Palestra. Smooth as butter. And also as smooth are the hits coming out from Team Liquid on the defense, but not this time around. Fluorescent's already on the top. Control towards the A orb. Iza falls, and that's a lot of util that gets denied towards the A site to delay as much as they can.
She's so quick. Bastarda wants to use this smoke to her advantage, looking for some sort of scrim timing, but Shopify are so aware. Noya making Bastarda respect this smoke, but 3, 2, 1 together.
Alexis didn't want to respect it though. It's a 1 for 1. It's a little slow, but the bonus is still pretty decent for Team Liquid. The flank coming from behind, the timing capitalized by Bizarra. We have yet to move within for plant for Shopify. All 3 players now pushing towards the spawn.
Yeah, they feel like they can't get the spike down. Daiki's only got a Spectre in her hand, so she decides she doesn't like it. Switching off to the Sheriff, wants to pop some shots and use this wall to her advantage. Still 1 bird as well.
And Sarah has no prowler, so they have to face check it. The timing on that one, what a shot on the first! The flash to deny. The counter out from Shopify. Numbers dwindling down as Shopify now have to commit far run towards the B site, but just around the corner it's Georgina.
Yeah, and you saw Mel passing the spike over. She wants to make a play. She's got double TP still in play. Drop that smoke and she wants to find an opening, find the advantage for her team, but that timing is unfortunate. Georgina gets a freebie.
Sarah now, 3 versus 1. First contact, and there's the swings. Oh, almost got the third one. Didn't look as clean for the swings, but Daiki is there for the save.
Those are some aim labs shots coming out for Sarah. They were so crisp, and that is so damn difficult to do, but Daiki able to at least stabilize. And man, this round, it started the moving pieces for Liquid side. We mentioned it, Bizarro on that quick flank, it just completely caught Noya off guard. And that's not something you usually say. Usually Cyphers have so much information, so many trips and cameras to hold those backlines, but Noya was completely caught off guard. And kudos to Bizarro for finding an opening like that. And now, that tour de force coming out into play, again, just strengthening and bolstering up those economies.
Instant paranoia, can't get position is Bizarro with the tour de force, so she has to play a little bit further back. Now slowly creeping forward as the rest of Shopify that decide to take the matter in their own hands for the pace. Back towards the elbow, back towards the connector. Bizarro gets the pick onto Alexis. A counter paranoia out from the defense just to hold Shopify back. Even Smokes stops them in their tracks. And that 3-player holdout from TL will not allow Shopify to even move closer to the side of A.
Yeah, Bastarde played this round so well. This choke point is all hers, but she has no more utility to back her up. At least Georgina comes through with a clutch smoke timing.
They're waiting for a peek here, maybe off the timing off the smoke. There's no flash to support, but the crossfire set up here from Team Liquid. Now as the smoke disappears, surprise! There's that 1-for-1 that's swinging from Georgina. 2 players to fall. Up to Noya, all by herself, flanked behind by the duel de force, backstab, and Team Liquid are now up at 4.
Bastarde did so much work. That small choke point is exactly where you want your Rays to feel confident, to feel like this is the choke point, I'm not gonna give up. And she used all of her utility beautifully. And with Georgina in her back pocket to just wipe out and clean up like this, it's a great defensive hold here for Liquid. And for Shopify, they've got another healthy purchase, and this is about that time when their ultimates are coming online. You can see Sarah's is online now. Mel also in play.
That's good with the smoke here to allow Bastarde to move forward. Prowler's gonna clear her out, satcheling away. Paranoia also thrown, so that's a lot of utility being used. Nightfall available on the attack. Wallbang tagging Fluorescent. But you can definitely see here from Shopify Rebellion, they were trying to do something with Sarah's Nightfall.
And they heard the satchel. They heard the satchel, so they know that the Raze is in this area. And Bastarde has been choosing correctly in the beginnings of these rounds, just completely stopping Shopify from gaining any control that they're looking for in the beginnings. Team Liquid and Bastarde, they're deciding to just stand their ground, but Shopify have reacted well.
Yeah,
I don't like how grouped they are, though. I don't like how Noya is sticking with the pack.
And as you mentioned, Team Liquid staying towards that B side, it's okay, because if a heavy hit comes out, they have the from the shadows to TP and support towards the A site. Slowly but surely, as you mentioned, a death ball out from Shopify. The execution out within this A site, but the line of sight is still out there for Bizarro. The double jump.
The trigger discipline.
And a swing out gets the kill onto Sarah and TP's away. Paranoid now being thrown on the attack. Shopify Rebellion trying to push forward, but the snake bite just slows them down. Georgina gets the kill onto Noya, who's trying to gain some ground on the left side of the connector.
And a flank. The flank is on the way, Bastarde. This timing almost deceives her, but that bird should solidify this flank.
10 seconds left where they have to move in for Shopify now. Mel gets the first entry, but everybody else is falling around her. Only Alexis is alive. Nice little swings on the left and right, but there's no time left to go even for the plant. And Team Liquid are showing why they wanted to leave and float Sunset into rotation.
What a curveball. What a curveball. Each step of the way, if it's not the chamber flanking, it's Bastarde quick on Shopify's heels. And I think right as Alexis went down in that last round, she surely heard those footsteps coming. So I think right now in this timeout, Shopify, they've got to be telling each other, hey, each time we've been grouped, all 5 of us, we keep getting pinched. We need to utilize our composition. We need to start using this Cypher, spread out a little bit, punish the sniffers so we can gain some map control. We've seen this before from Shopify happen. This timeout is so clutch because you don't want to get caught tunnel visioning. You don't want to get caught on the prep that you had leading up into this. It's time to stop, read the room, adjust and react.
And adjust, you've just mentioned it. That responsibility has to be on Noya because you're using a lot of that double initiator utility to allow Fluorescent to gain some space. And as you're making a lot of that noise, they've found so much success. If you're looking at G2 success on TL, was actually using Mimi on that middle ground a lot to try to get entries. Daikey's also doing the same thing on this map on the attack, taking middle control of that pillar, getting the flashes out to try to sniff out players on the other end too. But if you're going to give that responsibility to Noya, she definitely has what it takes to get those lurk picks, but they're definitely not using it to her advantage. And finally, we're starting to see something here, but it might be a little bit too late for this round as they have a lower buy for Shopify.
We'll see about that. I do like that you say that they are spreading out, and this time around, at least for Shopify, Bastarde isn't ready. Bastarde didn't choose the right site in the beginning of the round, so 4 members of Shopify group, they want to be able to take this B main control and challenge site Chamber.
Out of charges.
Aftershock and Paranoid, the satchel's coming out from Fluorescent, but instantly Molly on the ground, one-way smoke by Iza, close range there with the shorty!
Wow.
Decay comes out from Fluorescent, denial by Iza, a second one there onto Noya. Finally pinched from behind, the Sarah coming in with the stinger. But there's still defenders right within the B site. The cross from behind, the lurk from behind, it's traded out. Works out so far, and we even it up on a 2 versus 2.
And Daikey's trying to be patient. She's got Bastarde hot on the flank, and Shopify, they have no idea.
Oh, the cape was out, but finally turns back. She gets the pick. Last one to go is Alexis. Nothing you can really do, not even a plant on the lower buy. But the silver lining is that it was a half buy.
And the communications coming through for Liquid here are solid. I mean, it's just able to allow Bastarde, a player like Bastarde, to visualize and when to press the issue. I said that Shopify, they didn't have a Raze to have to deal with in that round, but as soon as contact happened, Raze just starts pushing out A to make that pinch a reality. The funds on Liquid are so strong right now.
The funds, the ult, an AWP still available for Bizarra. We also have a showstopper available for Shopify. Mid control is the play. The late lurk from Noya towards the B main. Jump spotting, getting information, but just trying to clear out the players. Basara's close range, pushing forward from a Paranoia.
Here we are.
Showstopper out, double kill by instantly. Alexis answers right back, giving the advantage back over to SR. Full ults available for the remaining players of Shopify Rebellion. Hat also being thrown out to get the information on both Bizarra and Iza. The crosshair being set up, but Iza still wins that fight. Slapped from the air is Bizarra onto Fluorescent. And as much information as you've gotten, it got fully denied by the last 2 players of TL.
Fully denied. The confidence coming through, the communications coming through. You saw Bizarra immediately bust out the headhunter. She knew they were low, wanted to apply the checkmate, and now Noya's got to find these 1v1s. For her, both these players are isolated. Unable to find the shot though. And Bizarra once again cleaning house there. Man, that was so decisive. I mean, Bastarde, she had the showstopper that whole time. She knew she was never gonna let Shopify have their way in this middle. And just the heroics, that was 2.5 kills. 2.5 kills on that ultimate.
And that was well read by Team Liquid all along from that setup of the Omen on the top from Jujina. And you see the confidence reigning back in favor of Team Liquid. Smiles now to frowns for Shopify Rebellion. They can't really find an answer yet on how Team Liquid's working their defense. Op now pivoted towards this B site.
Bizarra handling this very well. Was able to just waste Sarah's time, constantly take out those prowlers before it got any of the deep lines. And Jojina's just popping some shots off. Full retake here for Liquid. They're okay with it.
Basara's already there though. No need to play the retake when Bastar is already within the site, not allowing Shopify Rebellion to cross this line. They've never crossed the staircase within this B site, and as they do, they're still greeted by Team Liquid and still falling down piece by piece. An opportunity to capitalize on a kill onto Jujina, they'll get it. Rolling Thunder available as well. Oh, what a shot through the smoke from Mela to Daikey.
A little bit sloppy coming out here for Liquid. All the advantages in their favor. Fortunately for Shopify, they've given them their ones. 2v2 here, and Mel, that ultimate, that's a lot of information. They now know where Chamber is.
Somehow gets the wall bang onto Alexis too. That Rolling Thunder could have been everything off the information that Mel got from the shadows. And Isa goes for the lurk from behind, the backstab. 8 unanswered rounds is what we're currently witnessing out of Team Liquid.
I wonder if we can get a replay on that. Did BZERA just shoot to cancel Mel's ult and then it randomly spammed and killed Alexis?
That would be the most unluckiest all good FNS.
God. That was insane stuff. Now we have to remember this round was a 2v5.
Oh, the gun sticking out.
Oh, the barrel. Crispy as ever is BZERA with that headhunter, but good effort coming through here for Shopify. That was a half buy, and that was always going to be a challenge, 2 versus 5. Making it into that site, but some beautiful shots to give themselves a chance, and now Alexis with that Rolling Thunder on board. 4 members grouped, and Noya, she's got to be able to punish these pushers.
Cage trigger.
But she gets spotted right away here from that aggressive push. The Trailblazer to spot her. That now initiates the Rolling Thunder rather to come out. And as Noya crosses over towards the B main, there's already an alert, the flank coming in from Bastarda. Just around the corner is Alexis though. She might be the saving grace. They don't clear her. She gets the first pick, the flash then to look back. But the defenders are not closing in, rotating back towards the market. Plant now coming in from the spawn. Boba's being pushed by Shopify Rebellion. Counter Seeker is out from the defenders too, from Daiki. And it's all Team Liquid so far.
And Georgina's being so patient on the flank. Not only is the spike not planted for the 2 remaining members of Shopify, but Georgina's got the checkmate here.
Fluorescence watching that main. Misses the shot, looks back towards the spawn. Here's that lurk towards the front. Alexis trying to do everything on her own. That's 4 to her name. A 1v1. Tap on the spike. Walks through the molly, but gets picked off by BZERA.
What a gamble coming out here for Alexis. I respect that play. She knew her opponent knew she was low. She had to take a risk. And she decides to take the molly to try to be the hero for Shopify's side. But Liquid, BZERA, Bastarda, all these ladies are just so crisp right now. (9-0), a second timeout coming out here for Shopify in the first half. This is not a position that Shopify have been in all tournament long. They've got to dig deep. They've got to bring out those protocols, all that prep that we commend this team for. This is where they've got to figure it out.
Where do you find weaknesses right now from Team Liquid's defense? Everything that you're trying so far from Shopify, from selling fakes. You talked about trying to get some lurks in, didn't work out. It was Team Liquid just pushing down towards A main and dominating Noya, who's watching that flank. They go in for plants. They can't hold the post plants. Team Liquid's just looking drilled from A to Z now under defense.
Looking very drilled. If I'm Effie's right now, I'm having a conversation with Noya and saying, hey, listen, just get your 1. If Liquid push again on your side of the map, you get your 1, and eventually it will not be worth it for Liquid anymore. We've been seeing a lot of grouped, focused efforts coming out for Shopify. They've got to be able to, again, utilize the composition that they have. Alexis constantly trying to find openings for Fluorescent with that fault line. And Noya, she's got to be able to punish these backlines.
Shopify looking like they have to sniff out once again an ult out from BZERA, who's going to anchor this pretty much on her own with passive utility from Isa in case she gets flooded out. But Shopify Rebellion to start things off though, it's a mid control, Haunt being thrown out, a lower buy that you have for Shopify. That timeout is not only for this round, but into the next. Sato's coming forward. Fluorescent just got picked off there by Bastarda in the long-range game. Nice shot at least to retaliate back from Sarah.
Spike down, B.
Georgina gets information. That was ballsy. Denied by Alexis. And somehow the lower buy becomes the advantage for a short while. Then back onto Sarah, giving hopes back for Shopify. BZERA pushed all the way forward, out towards the B main.
Bold moves. Heroic efforts coming through. And BZERA just got the tour de force. So many sound cues.
Oh, had the headhunter out, ripped out, and almost got it onto Alexis. But finally, Alexis, she doesn't want this to falter yet. A 4K a couple of rounds ago, this time around winning that 1v1 and allowing Shopify to get the first point.
And you kind of feel for Bizarra in that moment as well, right? As soon as Chamber gets his own kill, that slow that kind of forms on the bottom definitely doesn't allow Bizarra to re-swing and re-peek and get hers. Great punish for Alexis, and that was just W key, right? W key into market, find a quick opening off of Alexis's util.
That's good too. A flash to start things off from Daiki, breaking the camera right away. Dog to spot 2 players. She gets hit by her own Prowler, but that's good enough. She could fall back. She could call for her teammates to rotate. And as they're pushing forward towards the A main, they're just going to anchor that for now over on Team Liquid side.
Rolling Thunder coming through. It does catch his Daiki, but she's already on the back lines, but Fluorescent is so quick.
Finally, some good satchels coming in here. Hope for Shopify Rebellion to get a good post plant. Spotting Iza, long range, hitting that shot as Iza re-swings out. A little bit of an overpeak that happened there for Iza, not giving a chance for TL to really regroup. And as Georgina gets caught off, there's that play. They're starting to understand as well that Shopify like to go for the re-swing back for the pinch into market. Bizarra pushes forward. That's a well-timed paranoia to not allow Bizarra to get the kill, to allow Fluorescent to get 3 into the round, and getting so close to another showstopper. Only 1 player remaining. It's going to be Bastarda versus a full roster of Shopify. She's spotted towards the top of the staircase in the back of Boba. Now, anchored down, staying in there. Noya continues with the push all the way up towards mid to get the second round in for Shopify.
Dominant stuff. Prime Gaming flawless as well. That's not what you expect, especially with the kinds of rounds that we've been seeing, but finally an answer for Shopify. And their answer has been this B split from that half buy with Sheriffs through market, and this time just strong side through that B main. But that was off the back of a Rolling Thunder. Now Shopify, they don't have that sort of util. And you can see they're changing pace, leaving towards that B, and we'll see if this is a fast opening or a slow one towards this A corridor. Viper's Pit invested for Issa.
Holding it solo. Lots of responsibility in her hands now. And even look at that. So much respect given. Not the same Shopify that I see here. They don't mind pushing, holding the W, and moving as a death ball. They pull back towards middle, where even, look at that, we have a full push up from Bizarra.
Yeah, especially considering that this is the double initiator composition, right? Definitely would have loved to see them poke and prod just a little bit more, but Bizarra's getting pushed off the angle, and that means a lot. Bastardi finds something in mid, though.
It was a missed time from that Paranoid to get info, or at least a little bit more off the showstopper. So it turns out to be a one-on-one, both duelists down. And with one of the players down on the defense, the Neural Thrust being thrown out on the attack. That's the information of a 2-2. We know that the Viper is still inside our pit, that the Sky's playing all the way back towards the A, and that forces an early flash to come out from Daiki, but already a second one gets refreshed. Shopify Rebellion, they're looking to move back within the market, but there's a trademark there.
And they should have a good idea that Chamber was opping in this general vicinity. Now a Vandal in hand.
Playing just on the outside of the smoke. Walks in, that's 2, that's 3 with the swing. The spray transfer, the spike down. Noya once again is all alone.
She's screaming in the grand finals, Vans, as she gets rewarded with a triple. Noya has to get this spike down, but all 3 defenders, they're not gonna let it happen. They're coming in with the bird.
Doesn't even want to stick the spike. She was trying to go for some heroic play, but it's not gonna be anything there for Shopify Rebellion. Issa picks up the last kill, and a dominant first half for Team Liquid as they take it 10-2.
Bizarra, I would love to see a replay like that once again if we can. Here she is, just biding her time. That 3rd kill, it was so fast. And, you know, the battle of the topic of Chamber versus Cypher, I think it's always going to be there. But I totally get it. If you're Liquid and you have a player like Bizarra looking this good on this agent, absolutely you want to be able to figure out exactly what your strengths are.
So let's toss it down to the floor for an interview with the crowd.
Hello, hello. I'm here with Coreano. He's a really well-known content creator and streamer from Loud, and I'm going to ask him about the Sunset because, oh my gosh, Breeze was so hard for Team Liquid, and the Sunset, they're owning it, right?
I mean, Breeze was really tough, but Sunset we are playing really good. I mean, Bastarda and also Bezerra are doing great rounds, so I think we can close the round and close this map and go to the last map.
Ooh, let's see about that. And you're doing your live stream like from here, right? Like the watch party, and how does it feel?
Usually Riot invites me to do watch parties, so I did it in Lock-In and also Champions, and I'm doing here. It's really great. I mean, all the crowd, and really here in Brazil, I'm Brazilian, so the fans are really great, and I enjoy doing it.
Yeah, it's really good. And let me ask you something. What do you think that Shopify needs to bring their game on?
I mean, Fluorescent is playing really great, but also Mel and Sarah, so I think the team is not doing great on this Sunset, but they are doing a great championship, and I mean, it's probably a 5-match series, so it's a really show here, and I hope we can close this out for Brazil.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much. And that's out with you guys. See ya.
Thank you so much, Bud. Indeed, a great show so far and great showmanship from both of these teams. But Team Liquid, they just want to show a map, a dominant map on Sunset, because they just want to serve it back to Shopify Rebellion when they actually lost 13-5 just previously on Breeze. This will be a great way to make it as even as it could be if we're able to go to a map 5 on Ascent.
Yeah, and we're going to be able to see exactly the strengths and differences of these compositions. Now that we're swapping over to the defense side, you can see that Noya has fully set up towards this A. You can expect Shopify to just transition and pivot into a 4-1, leave Noya to her devices. Issa is really very aggressive right now, all alone towards this B main, but she really wants to figure out if Cypher's setup is here.
That's why, just leaning right within the smoke, doesn't hear any trips. So they know that the Cypher is setting up towards the A site, yet Team Liquid are still slowly creeping up, scaling within the right side of the map.
I like this play from Liquid, identifying that most teams do like to leave Cypher alone. Such good reads. Bastarde has so much ground. That dog is gonna give her information. Paint shell would come out, but not a single soul in sight.
Camera's still up though, nobody spotted it yet.
There it is.
Still up.
Oh no.
It's still up. Shopify has all of this information right now.
Yeah, the rotates are coming in pretty slow though. Mel and Fluorescent very nervous about a rat being around in mid. They don't want to get picked off one by one. It looks like all 5 members of Shopify have to be on the spawn side of the map.
The camera gets information on 2 players within the site. They know that they're playing towards the outside of the A site. Here comes the flood in from Shopify. The first blood of Fluorescent. That's 3 actually. But Bezerra fights right back. 4 in the round. It's only up to 1 more. Fluorescent with the ace for Shopify to get the pistol.
Fluorescent can't even understand what happened either. She was just W keying in, looking left, right, and each bullet she hit landed. What the heck just happened? But we have to commend the combo. Sure, Fluorescent got 5 beautiful kills. Yes, we're right. Those were insane frags. But that haunt coming through as that camera was activated, and the breach fault line as well. All of these utilities coming in at the right time, at the right place, completely tease up Fluorescent. And if you're Shopify, you need a round like that to get back into this map.
One small mistake was so costly. That camera that was set up from Noya. You talked about it. We like to leave the Cypher alone. You got to break the utility there. And that allowed their Shopify Rebellion to get such an easy pistol. But Team Liquid, they're not done yet. Sheriff in the hand of Issa, spotting 1 player towards the market. The push forward. Some damage being done from some wall banks, from the Bulldog, out from Mel. Hit by a partner, forced to fall back. But she still watches that line.
Loves this fight, wants to capitalize off this long-range Bulldog. A lot of utility being exchanged, and because of all that contact, Team Liquid have B main control now. Oh, so many members! Alexis gets caught off! These are just classics, Vans.
Don't let this happen again. Noya trying to push forward. Hit by a flash, that's gonna slow down the pace, even a Molly. She's gonna walk through it, vulnerable. Isa looking to inch in to get a heal from her teammates. That's Sarah with the pick onto Isa. An opportunity to come back now for Shopify as players are fully separated. Look at the players on B. They're just trying to hold back as much as they can so that Jujina could get the flank, but with the classic. But the timing is in the favor of Shopify, slowly closing in within the map. within the site. Daiki's
Last
closing the
player
gap,
standing.
and Fluorescent flicks across for 2 more kills. Paint shells thrown towards the B main. And then attack,
That
the
sound
swing
cue?
out. Sarah gets the kill,
Oh.
and we stop there. We could breathe once again. Shopify get the defuse as they're closing slowly but surely the gap.
And I think everyone needs a breather after that one. Holy moly, did Team Liquid make that round close. My goodness. I mean, Alexis, she got one, but all 3 members just so close. And Shopify were doing a good job prior to that, right? You saw that them constantly popping bullets off, wanted to keep that range between themselves and all those pistols, but their own smoke coming to almost bite them in the booty there.
That goes there. This
At
goes
least
there.
able to stabilize. Fluorescent, that showstopper for this bonus once again in map 4.
On the push forward, Fluorescent gets 9 right away by Bastarda. Aftershock being thrown just to try to slow it down for a bit. Alexis is the one that's drilling it out towards the elbow. Beautiful flash, a double swing
The
coming out, but
refight.
Daiki still gets the kill.
What a paint shell. What a trade. Team Liquid. Power in numbers, and Georgina with an entry like that just clotheslines that side anchor. It's all just down to Noya, and she gets the one, but she just saw Bastarde tuck in this corner as well.
Noya within the site, 2 versus 1. Snakebite though, still in range for Noya to try to get the defuse. And that's the second one just to confirm it. Now hit invulnerable. Bizarra closing in from behind. 11 now for Team Liquid. A dominant attacking half as well. Looks like
Dominant.
Sunset's their map.
Dominant indeed. And you know, even in that round, Shopify, they had the tells, they had the response. They had Fluorescent in that vicinity, but too slow to the trigger. And Team Liquid, so decisive in these beginnings of the rounds. We'll see if Team Liquid go with this fast pace again, because they've been controlling everything. But again, with double controller, you do expect them to slow things down a little bit, but an instant smoke down in M1, an instant contact for Bastarda.
And with the double initiator though on Shopify Rebellion side, they went for a full force buy. Alexis only with the Sheriff. Looking to maybe leverage a showstopper in the hands of Fluorescent, who just got spotted there. Now instantly comes out with a showstopper, lands it at the feet of Daiki. Paint Shell's now pushing forward, and that's Daiki also dying with the spike. A big mistake that could be costly, but thankfully a smoke will potentially allow Team Liquid to regather and retake the spike.
And Issa is playing this round so intelligently, able to creep her way out. Noya's got a good idea that this is a possibility. Pops that cage, and she's got to fall back slightly. The rest of the squad for Issa are regrouping back with. And Shopify, they've got to keep their defenses. I mean, you see Sarah all the way on the other side of the map. Alexis is on the way, though.
Yeah. But now Bastarda picked up an orb, plants his spike, has a showstopper available. The timing for Fluorescent to get those 2 kills. Showstopper, then back out to Fluorescent. Georgina is now alone. No smokes available, so she could actually play this post plant by the staircase up towards the B main. Aftershock now as she's forced to TP away. Now looking back here. The flash, the swing out, the pickup from Sarah. Shopify comes in for the defuse, and now they get 5.
The sound cues coming through hugely for Shopify. And I'm glad to see that Fluorescent scrimmed it that round. I was going to be afraid that because those rotates were coming from so far away that Shopify were going to try to play this round to perfection, right? And sometimes that comes to bite you in the booty, but Fluorescent found her timing. She knew that the timing was now, and she's decisive with it.
And with those kills, Fluorescent also has broken the record for the most kills on the GCC stage. That record is now at 90. I think with this one now at 91, as she's at 15 in this map. Impressive plays coming out from Fluorescent. Prowler coming out. The all-star player once again in Fluorescent, pushing forward towards the B main. Boombot to get some information. Now pushing Team Liquid towards the A side.
Yeah, making them respond and react. We've seen these retake protocols come out for Shopify. Liquid, they've got to have in the back of their minds that, hey, we got to look for this camera. We got to look for what the setup is. Noya's challenging. Good damage.
And a Nightfall hit nobody there towards the middle, so they know the hit's coming towards the A side, but Bastarda still opens it up. Seeker's available as well. if they want to use this on a post plan, as it also gets planted, for A main.
Prowler doesn't catch anything there for Sarah. A lack of information for these ladies on Shopify. They want to find out where these post-plant defenders are for Alexis's fault line, but that paranoia slows everything down. Paint shells as well.
Such good delay, but Noya still gets the pick up to Bastardo, is still trying to push forward. Neural Theft now being thrown out for Shopify.
Whoa.
Alexis now closing in. There's only 2 players alive. Dike only with the classic. She's now going to be the last player remaining. Easily done there by Shopify in the end. It looked like it was going to beat Team Liquid, though, with all the utility they had on the post plan.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it did end up being very easy in the end, but what the heck? How did Shopify make it look that easy? I need Yinsu to come back and turn my brain on. I don't know what just happened.
I'm scratching my head as well, but it's that Neural Theft that gets all of that information. I mean, look at how aggressive they are after the Neural Theft got thrown there by Noya. But it's off the costly play coming out from pushing behind the Seekers of Bastarda. And which allows here this to happen. Shopify to be at 6 points and also forcing a timeout for Team Liquid.
Ooh, slow down the momentum. Don't give Shopify any sort of hope going into here. But man, what a shot for Sarah. I mean, that's always a feel good when you predict that shot and it just kind of falls into your lap. Finally, some things going in the favor of Shopify. Finally, some luck. And sometimes that one round of luck is all you need.
11-6 the scoreline right now in Shopify Rebellion. They don't seem like they're flustered off that half. That was a 10-2 for Team Liquid. They also have some great protocols playing the defensive side so far, but again, I do have to emphasize that pistol round off the camera that Team Liquid didn't bring could be the reason why Shopify might be able to bring this comeback. Thankfully though, with this timeout, you have a gun round available for Team Liquid. A knock, though, comes out in the hands of Shopify Rebellion. It's in the hands of Mel, once again posted in this position before. But this is a position that is not uncommon for Mel. This is something that Team Liquid could maybe start punishing as well.
Exactly. They've got to keep in mind that Alexis, with that cross-map help, with that fault line in her back pocket, these are the duels that Mel loves. She wants to re-aggress, get back on the line, demand her breach to give her util. Good pop shots. Bastarde fully aware of what Mel is trying to do. Oh, what a huge haunt.
Pushes her out of position as well. So 2 shots missed by Mel from the market out towards the B link, and that forces out of smoke. A reposition from Mel back towards the B main. But you talked about the 4-1 positioning here for our Shopify that needed to happen. Team Liquid's doing it, and they get the first blood.
That timing for Floor was so unfortunate as she tries to gain information, but Bastarde was just there. Now Sarah tries to scrim, is able to punish.
Moves out for the kill onto Iza. C's now being thrown towards the elbow, and that's going to delay it just for a bit. Bastarde hit by that one on top of that, so that'll be the cue for Shopify Rebellion to start rotating. Already 4 players there on towards the A site, waiting or Team Liquid for the smoke to dissipate. And we have this lurk, though. We could maybe pivot back. There's 30 seconds left. Still a lot of time to go back within the B site.
Yeah, Liquid, that's exactly what they want to do here. Communications coming through. Actually, maybe they want to send Bizarra on the pinch.
Yeah.
Spike still staying towards A, and Bizarra, she needs to find a frag.
20 seconds left. They have to commit. Bizarra cannot find that frag that was needed there for Team Liquid. Now Team Liquid, all they can do is try to run in through smokes. Flash coming out.
Oh
Georgina trying to do whatever she can.
Georgina.
She's all alone. But not going to happen. Denied there by Alexis.
Oh, the hope. I was gassing her up. I was ready for another Georgina clutch to come through. But regardless, as you say, Vans, only 5 seconds left in the round anyway. But Shopify not backing down and again capitalizing on this composition. I like to see that. Fluorescent didn't even get to really play this round as she got wiped out, but still, the support cast coming through huge. And the defenses for Shopify holding strong.
Nice little tail grind we just saw there from the Penguin skateboarder, but back into serious business. The AWP is once again still available for Shopify, repositioned towards the A main. So now they can pivot a lot of players within the top middle.
Camera sound cues.
Exactly, it's a
coming off
passive
here.
play.
Yeah, Bastarde fully aware. They've heard this camera in this general area before. Basardi knows it's there.
Finds it.
Behind games.
Sets the paranoia now for Shopify Rebellion. Focusing more players to play the defense within the top and middle. Noya gets that pick. There's that push to come through towards the market. We're slowly over-peaking now for Shopify Rebellion. Getting denied by Team Liquid on the lower buy once again that they have. Sheriff's in hand. Guardian, though, in the hands of Bizarra. Beautiful flash, allowing Bizarra to get that pick onto Noya. Over-committing on pushes. Over-punished there by Team Liquid. As they now take the advantage by 2 players and now move within the B site for a plant.
And Bizarra is so aware that this flank is a possibility. Mel, more than likely, is just going to want to save and hold on to this operator if she can. But the more noise she makes, the more Bizarra is going to hear.
Turned around for a bit, but looks like that op is going to be safe for now.
She's on the hunt, though. Bizarra wants to punish.
Exactly. Alexis is trying to rotate across to meet up with her teammates, but Bizarra cuts that rotate. And with that rotate that happens towards the A site, they know that Mel is there somewhere. And Mel has no choice but to take an aggressive angle. Back and cornered towards the right side of the A site. Bizarra's on the hunt and just runs through. So this will be the up. Saved by Mel, unless the last 2 players come in at the last second. Nonetheless, a massacre thrifty for Team Liquid to push us to the distance.
Oh, wrong read coming out here for Shopify. Unfortunate as well. You saw how committed Fluorescent was to this mid-fight. She fully believed in that utility, as you should be, as your teammates are providing that, but unfortunately for her, none of them landed. There was 2 members of Liquid in mid, not blind, not stunned, and completely punished Fluorescent. Not what you want when you're starting to mount a comeback like this. But at least Mel, we talked about that operator being saved into this next round. She wants to find a deep line. She's switching it up towards this A.
In the same spot right now for Team Liquid, rather. They're not really playing any scan agents, so they don't know who's posted up where towards the A main. Op shot now heard as soon as the smoke went out. So they definitely know that the op is towards the A site. So now SR trying to push back towards the B main off the assist from Alexis. It's traded right back though from Bizarra onto Noya.
That trade was so huge for Bizarra. That should have been a get one and get out setup for Shopify. It was so clever and it got them what they wanted, but Bizarra is just on fire right now, able to punish Noya, and that's their Sentinel gone. This just completely ruins the defenses for Shopify.
They have no choice right now for Shopify but to play the retake within the site. Just within the smoke is Fluorescent, trying to walk out, hit by a paranoia, and is forced to fall back towards Boba. So the plant will come down for Georgina.
Spike planted.
Looks like we're not going to try to push towards Boba for the attackers.
Yeah, they want to wait for Mel. They have to. The paranoia is in tow. She's only got an operator in her hands. You can see Flora is also holding on to that paint shell. So a retake protocol coming through here for Shopify.
Fluorescent needs this kill for a showstopper to activate. The first one, the first contact. Jump spotting for some information. Sarah to play the bait. There's that first kill. Fluorescent gets the kill on Tadeki. Showstopper lands it right into Basarda. But Basarda got 2 for her troubles. Paint shells now being thrown. Spotting. But Zera falling back, but it's still another one swing towards the right side. But we're sticking on the spike. They're spraying on both ends. It's not going to happen. Georgina with the 2 kills. We are going into a map 5.
Wow, Team Liquid just showing up and having an answer every step of the way. That first half was so dominant. That was Bizarra and Team Liquid just absolutely stopping everything Shopify had. And we've seen how much depth this team in Shopify has coming through in this tournament. And Bizarra just says, no, I'm going to headshot all of you.
And it can't be any better than this. The last final map will be decided on Ascent after this break.